Amongst the innumerable species created by the rule and will of God, mankind is little superior, and the superiority of mankind has been defined in the scriptures that superiority is a quality that lies in the person where he can embrace his inferior and make him also equal to him. That is the definition of superiority. Superiority has never been an eternal attribute. We should be self-appropriated with the distribution. If you are superior, number one, you have to see that your superiority is well stabilized. Number two, you have to consider the other people who are non-superior, sub-superior and inferior. Number three, you have to see by all proper methodologies of access and approach that they are also benefited gradually or instantaneously, depending upon the recipient. So we are superior because we consider our inferior. Those who are not considering about their inferiors and struggling and suffocating members of the society, they are known as inferior superiors. So those who are real superiors, the real supremacy or preeminence of mankind is to consider about the fellow beings, consider about the subspecial strategy of the human as well as the other creatures that are existing in the world, to consider about the whole cosmic elevation and enhancement as the topic of this life. This is the greatness of human superiority. Likewise, even amidst the mankind, even though the provisions of intelligence, as well as the acumen and caliber, sharpness, shrewdness, adroitness, everything is granted to all of the human beings. But those things are explored, those things are exhibited, those things are channelized, those things are well nurtured and established only in few beings. For the other people, it is there in a latent mode, or a morbid mode, standard mode, stagnant mode, etc. Only few people even know the human beings. They are capable of understanding the responsibility and guiding others. This art has come into management. Management is a very broad area. What is to manage? What is the real definition for management according to tradition? To understand who you are, to understand what you have, to understand what you can have, to understand the maximum output potential MOPs that you possess, and create the same thing in the society. To consider the identity of the people who are similar with you, to understand the people, those who are in disparity, those who are in adversity. This type of thing is known as management. To understand our innate nature and our proclivity or the design of life that has been patterned to us, to see whatever that is existing in the reserve, to see about the maximum potential output that we can make earlier, to identify similar people, like-minded people, those who can be teamed for a common purpose, those who are in disparity, those who are in adversity. These six qualities are the six limbs of management. How to control all of these things at the time of fortune, misfortune, insufficiency, superfluity, sufficiency, crisis, a common catastrophe. All of these things are the special tools of management. This is the real, basic and absolute definition that is given to management. So this has different areas, these are different grades and levels. The manager in a hotel will be different from a manager who is there in a tourism company. You know that there are innumerable professional variations, innumerable levels of responsibilities are there, but management is to govern himself along with three types of people: those who are the coordinates, those who are the subordinates, and those who are the subordinates. To make them in a harmonious relation, to create an effective coordination for the composite welfare, health, and well-being of the society through the institution for which he is working. This is known as the scheme of management. And what to manage it? To manage with resources. Can somebody cook with an empty vessel, or can somebody cook with a stove which has no fire at all? So it should have some sort of ignition, instigation, possession, and opulential richness. So that is what we call resources. Resources of different types. There will be internal resources, inner resources, innermost resources, external resources, industrial resources, instrumental resources, collective resources, technical resources. Innumerable resources have been given to people. Innermost resources are our spiritual courage, and inner resources are our diligence, erudition, etc. And the external resources, they come from cooperation with people, coordination with people, trend analysis, market survey, product analysis. All of these things come from the external resources. So the totalitarian study of resource management, in which even though the ocean is very mighty and steamy, you can take a limited proportion from it for your thirst. Even though if there is a stream running, it can produce electricity out of it. So knowledge is abysmal in nature. It is unfathomable. So in this unfathomable questioning status of management, whatever you want for your professional design, for your particular design, for your exclusive environment, you have to take that particular portion and adapt, apart from common fundamentals for all management. So, when you are coming to a workshop for management, you have to consider two things. One is the common strategic management principles which are applicable to all places, irrespective of their standard, place, personality, and structure, etc. Second thing is that which is specifically designed, that which is exclusively tailored and fashioned towards the person's limitations of operation in area, ability, caliber, and circumstantial professional environment. This is the foundation which we are building. Before understanding management, we have to understand what is wealth and what are resources. Without understanding wealth, without understanding the status of resources, understanding about management is entirely, it becomes something fallacy or falsity or insufficiency. So we have to understand the science of resources. The science of resources we used to call it as plutonics and plutography, plutometry, plutology. This is the science of study of wealth that we are having. And whenever we are coming to wealth, there are innumerable philosophical approaches for resource study. Somebody says that it is incidental. Somebody says it is accidental. Somebody says it is delicious. Somebody says malicious. Somebody says that no, it is something melancholy, so it should be totally discarded at all. Somebody says it is providential. Somebody says it is confidential. So 7 philosophical studies of resources are there. If you say management is also a wealth. Management is of two types. Management is the capability to deal with an external resource to create a productive resource. So it deals with 3 types of wealth. One, to deal with informative wealth, creating incentive wealth into productive wealth. So management deals with 3 wealths. Number 1 is the wealth which you are having in the form of diligence, in the form of dynamism, in the form of prudential investment application, supervision and management. You are having something inside. That is the first wealth. The second wealth is whatever you are seeing externally. Third wealth is a transformed cultivation structure which reaches the public or the consumers for their benefit. So, management is a science by which your primary wealth is associated with the secondary external wealth to create a tertiary productive wealth for the common well-being of the society. So, unless you understand, if you consider wealth as something different what you are studying in business mechanics, then you are totally getting into problem, because in the way we study, wealth encompasses everything, internal, external, and the ultimate or the final, that which reaches the society. So, understanding plutonics as per the philosophical foundation is very much essential. Number 1, incidental. They say that wealth is incidental, by which of your hard work, proper planning, we have already told prudential investment, teamwork, market identity, advertisement techniques, approach techniques, and also maintaining the infrastructure with proper delegation of work and share principles that only gives you wealth. It is incidental school of thought. Coincidental and accidental school of thought says that lot of people, those who are successful, have not followed this. And most of the people, those who are following this, they have failed successfully in their life. So it is coincidental. It has been taken by the breeze of a fortune or something else. Third thing is providential. It is given as per your karma, the past imprints. It is a God-given gift. It is irrespective of your personal involvement and richness. And it is said by the providential school of philosophy. Confidential school of philosophy says there is nothing to be known about wealth. Everything is good here. Very esoteric and secret. You cannot understand anything about wealth at all. Delicious theory of philosophy of hedonism says that wealth is very much to be implanted in the society. You have to work for wealth. Don't consider ethics or something else and spoil your life. Wealth is to be acquired. It is to be accomplished at a young age. After getting all the teeth removed, what is the use of almond and bitterness to you? At the time of youth, at the time of your energetic nature in something, you should possess wealth. It is hedonistic principle that they say that wealth is delicious. The malicious school of thought of wealth, they say that without malice, without harming others, without exploiting others, without seeing somebody cry, you cannot laugh with wealth at all. It is known as malicious school of thought of philosophy. Then melancholic school of thought of philosophy is renunciation philosophy, which says that there is no way to be happy with wealth. Either you should cry, then wealth moves from you, or you should make somebody cry, or that wealth is moved from them to you. So without this cry, without this thought, and without this type of capricious nature and melancholic spirit, there is no way for getting wealth. So it is melancholy. 7 schools of foundations are there. Let us come to the school of foundation, which is both God-given, which is also incidental, which is also some mode of accidentality as far as samskara. We have to frame a good foundation of the philosophy of wealth and the philosophy of management to maintain the wealth. sustain the wealth, distribute the wealth, augment the wealth, and leave the wealth to our succeeding generations as well as our personal family successors. These 5 modes of principle to make a foundation will be the theme of today's lecture, considering new dimensions of management. And I already told, plutology is a study of wealth. Plutonics is the study of mobility of wealth. Plutography is the graphical study of wealth and its movement. The graphical study means slow, slippery, upper movement, axis, ascent, paramounting, culmination, saturation, all of these things are in plutography. Then plutometry is the study of evaluation of wealth. And wealth includes management also, I have already told. So considering this basic sciences, I have to give some particular points about the study of wealth. Number 1. Wealth is a status nomenclature. Just as there is a nomenclature we used to call in Shastras as stone, statue, and icon or idol. For example, if you take a stone, its name is a stone, and if it is carved and given a proper fashion, shape, it becomes a statue. If it is potentialized, if it is invigorated, then it becomes an idol to be worshipable. Like that, everything becomes material in the world, creation of God. And if materials are identified by inhabitation of human, it becomes resources. If they are becoming applicable, it becomes wealth. If the wealth is distributed and harmony is maintained, that becomes opulence. That is what we call Lakshmi. Somebody asked me, why Lakshmi is with everybody? Then I told that is not Lakshmi. That is Aishwarya. Aishwarya is different from Lakshmi. So, Vitta, Aishwarya, Rayi, Dhana, all of these things are entirely different from each other and they are never synonymous. Ancestral property, self-earned property, providential or fortunate property, property that is non-distributed. So, innumerable divisions are there. This is the methodology of this type of understanding of wealth at all. And in wealth structure also, there is ideal wealth, there is cruel wealth, there is stagnant wealth, there is adverse wealth, there is mean wealth. Innumerable divisions are there in the wealth structure also. Apart from that, there is a compound study of wealth. Not only wealth is wealth, anything that gives wealth, anything that protects wealth, anything that proceeds with wealth, manufacturing and multiplication, they are all equally wealth or even excelling wealth in nature. Like that, time, favor, instigation, will of a person, his caliber or intelligence, and circumstances or opportunities, these are known as Shadbhaga or Shadvibhaga, which are known as Pradhana in our Aishwarya Shastra. In our traditional plutology, apart from the wealth, opportunities to augment the wealth, instigation to augment the wealth, favoring persons or favoring team for the wealth, the will to have a wealth, the time and favor, everything, all of these 6 factors, they unanimously combine to form a status known as wealth. And whenever you come to wealth, there is a problem with philosophy and religion. They say that you should be ethical. And most of the people we consider, we experience, we observe that ethics and richness, there are lot of incongruities between both of these things. And to be precisely saying, wealth as well as ethics, they are oxymorons in nature. That is, they don't meet at all. Like day and night, they don't have any meaning at all. There is such a problem in the society. For example, before understanding this, it is better to go to the definition for what we call ethics and what we call richness. There is a wonderful explanation given in the Shastras for richness. What is richness? Richness is a position or a status of mind and circumstantial structure wherein by you are sufficient for today, you are safe for tomorrow, you can share with your members, you can support if possible few people, you have the strength to work more and you have settled in mind. This type of a totalitarian structure is known as richness. Richness is where you have sufficiency for today, safety for tomorrow, you can share the thing with the members, support few people if possible, have the strength and hope to work more and solace inside the mind. These are the parameters of richness. And define ethics. How ethics is defined in the Shastra? Ethics is either doing something or preventing from doing something by which you are not disturbing the universal order. For example, you have seen the Sudoku, in which there are already placed numbers in the form of numericals. If you are going to place some numbers, you should be placing that so that the numbers are not disturbing the already placed numbers by means of contradiction, similarity or repetition. So likewise, life is also an ethical fabric or ethical framework is also a Sudoku, in which you have to see that your work is not disturbing you, number 1, today or tomorrow or later future, so that it is not disturbing somebody else somewhere else today or tomorrow. It is not disturbing your generations today or tomorrow. It is not going to disturb some future generations of the common society today or tomorrow. Fifth, it is not going to disturb the eternal moral fabric of the whole ethical society, wherein by the nature is disturbed, resulting in a big holocaust for the totalitarian future. So, an activity in which you are not going to disturb yourself, your succeeding generations, the total generations, other co-inhabitants of the society, or the natural framework or the natural ethical framework that is known as ethics. Ethics is non-disturbance of order. How we can understand that non-disturbance? The first thing is contribution. Second thing is being innocuous. That is, you need not contribute anything at all. Third thing is don't disturb. Don't contribute, don't disturb. These are the three principles of ethics. This ethical framework can easily meet with the richness. There are three accusations against ethical principles of richness. Number one, if we follow ethical principles, we cannot get immediate wealth. It is a prolonging system. Secondly, if I follow ethicism, I will get only limited things. I cannot get more. The third thing is, if I follow ethics, I may get jnana, tapa, santosha, sauchi. All of these things are paranormal and non-material or anti-material. I can get only those things. I cannot see anything material. So these things are the three major accusations against the ethicism theory. And we have to say that there are three models for our survival. One is detachment model, second is detached attachment model, third is a high-end attachment model. Detached model, if you don't want them, then go become an ascetic. That is entirely different. But even in spite of being in family life, in the life of business or something else, still you can see that you can make this ethicism follow. That is known as detached attachment. Even if you want to have attachment in more richness, that should have a purpose. That is known as high-end attachment. Yes, I should contribute for the industrial progress of the nation, for a revolutionary agricultural states of the nation, in the information technology of the nation, science and technology of the nation. I have to remove the poverty elevation should be made, gender discrimination should be made. So a person expanding himself for a high-end reason that is more than for him, his today, his future and for his generation, for a common cause is known as high-end attachment. So the Shastra says that. Second thing is richness with rich. If you are going to become rich, don't be rich securing or standardizing the poverty of others. Make others also equally not possible, even if they should be rich from their own previous status. A person who is struggling for food, who is getting his original food, that is his richness. Not getting his Bentley car, getting his bread is richness for him, not Bentley or Benz. So status promotion should be contributed to all of the subordinates of the society, and you should become rich with evenly getting other people also to be co-promoted. Number three, you should understand one important thing. It is known as Abhignata Sahasra. Even in the science of richness, there are a lot of things unexplored in the world now. Lot of elements are unexplored. Lot of methodologies and technicalities are unexplored. Lot of usages for the already available things are unexplored. Lot of the people, those who are aberrant, those who are disruptive in the society, those who are unemployed, those who are lazy, those who are in the shadow of plutocracy, aristocracy and family wealth, lot of their potentials are being latent and unutilized. So there is a hope for the society, even with ethical means, to meet more resources and more wealth, 1,000 times or million times even what we can do and what we are doing now. So there are a lot of other things. One is, in the Shastras, there is a clear mentioning about the subtle impact of non-ethicism. If we are doing ethicism, we are feeling that we are very much justified. And in unethical practices, we are seeing a lot of people developing before our observation. Any other scriptural esoteric lineage cannot appear as a competition before whatever we observe practically. Practical observation is totally against what we study in books. So in this thing they say that qualitative subtlety. Second is transmission. Third is exoplutonic and plutonic impact. Fourth thing is imprint. Fifth thing is burden in the form of taxation, price, loss and expenditure. Whenever we used to say a Tamil proverb in which they say that if you get money by dog selling, it won't bark. The money which we acquire by selling a dog will not bark. It is just a common proverb. According to subtlety mechanics, we say that the subtle impact of the nature of the transaction is embellished or embedded in each and every penny. In each and every unit of wealth that you acquire, the subtlety is being carried out. That is known as subtlety transfer. It is transmitted to you. Number two, it may give two types of impacts. Exoplutonic, it may affect your health, it may affect your status, it may affect your family or money. Those things are exoplutonic. They are not concerned with your wealth at all. The second thing is plutonic impact that will affect your directly your wealth. So that it affects your wealth, that it does not affect your wealth, but something else which is equally or which is greater than the wealth itself. Then even if you are dead, it is being transmitted, it is being carried out, it is known as imprint. Even in the world, whatever you hide, it will be spent in taxation. Not direct taxation, it may be even by pricing. See, if you are doing a lot of shadow business, naturally the commodity price go up, you have to pay more for things. You have to boost everything by subprime mortgage or by fictional mortgage. For purchasing, you have to give more potential to real estate marketing or purchase of even commodities. So it naturally happens in the economy where there is a shadow economy which creates a lot of bubbles in the society to boost the real estate and commodity prices by which we have to pay whatever we have acquired. That's why I told you in a seminar on natural conservation and remediation of environmental degradation. I told that whatever the industrial revolution it has received by the industrial progress for the past 5 decades, which interest it is going to pay for the global warming research and remediation project. So whatever we have got, God has made a very clear balancing system that everything is to be now used for the infrastructure, investment, research and remediation techniques for this global warming process. Like that everything is by price. Also by means of 2 things. Last, somebody refused to donate something for the school. Then similarly I told that, don't worry, God will get the investment back through any other medical appliances or medical expenditure. So even if it is not given to a school or for a natural or a noble cause, then we need not worry because God is a good collector without IAS. So he can collect directly from his doctor, mechanic or somebody else for some other reason. So by means of loss burden, expenditure burden, taxation burden and price burden, whatever unethical practice we do, those things are unavoidable, even visibly we need not go to even philosophy. So this is the nature. And coming to the concluding session, I want to say about few ethics. What is business ethics? How to deal with competitions, how to progress without defamation and suppression of others. That is competition ethics. Product value ethics, how to fix the product value, that is product value ethics. Then labor ethics, how to deal with our people, those who are working for us, to seek to their basic needs such as shelter, medication, education, etc. How to grow with them. That is labor ethics. Impact ethics, how to create a product impact in the society, how to be ethical in that. These things are coming in business ethics. Apart from that, there is product ethics also, how to create a product. There are 3 types of products. One is the banned product. Second is apologized product. And third thing is authorized product. The banned product is, you know that a lot of products are banned. You should not use it like drugs and other things, they are banned. Some products are there equally dangerous, but cumulative danger, they are apologized. They are known as apologized brands like cigarette, etc. They say that in big names, in big banners, the names are being projected and that it is injurious, that particular benefit is given in an unnoticeable size of font. And it should be that should be a captivating booklet inside that cigar box. I told in one seminar that, are you ready to die? Like that they have to maintain some captivation and they should explain all the evil outputs of these things. And this type of apologizing system in which the people are gradually put into imbecilism and inertia are totally the society is being spoiled. It is coming under product ethicism, whether to deal with or to approve or to legalize by the government or authorized by the society or society handling people, whether it is reasonable or not. It is an ethical question. Third thing is authorized. For example, according to Shastra and religion, we say that leather, Ramswamiji is doing a lot of campaigns against leather. How leather is extracted? 3 newborn cows, they are put in red hot water and immediately the particular skin is peeled off and used for castings. So somebody ethically, they did not go for ethicism, just for basic conservation of non-cruelty, not even affection and love, at least non-cruelty, how we can use leather. Beef, India was exporting gold, jewelry, knowledge, literature, now it is exporting beef, bones, bread, everything, etc. What is it? So these things are now authorized for product ethics. Are we doing the right product as per our conscience? There are 3 things: composition, conscience and constitution. Is it affecting the society? Is it affecting my mind? Is it affecting the government and rules? We have to see that is known as product ethics. And number 3 is marketing ethics. There are innumerable types of marketing. Everybody will be totally enthralled to hear the hundreds of types of marketing which have been mentioned in Chaturvedi. To name a few, I want to say, one is crazy marketing. How people are crazy, how people are crazy and develop ourselves. Craze marketing, temptation marketing is there, then fancy marketing is there, utility marketing is there, scarcity marketing is there, economy marketing is there, mood marketing is there, then brand marketing is there, then boom marketing is there, Innumerable sets of marketings are there. How to use the rarity of commodity, how to use the fanciness of the commodity, how to use the utility of commodity, need of commodity, economy of commodity, emergency of commodity. All of these various types of utility of the society's tempo and temperament is there in the marketing technology. And utilizing this, giving a profitable way as well as a charitable way is the economy of management. Somebody asked, is business charitable venture or profitable venture? Everybody knows that business is a profitable venture. It is not like that. Charitable ventures have profitable dimension. Profitable venture has charitable dimension. Charitable dimension, like giving alms to people, poor feeding, etc., they have their own profitability. That is subtle profitability. It's a big charity in business. So, the charity of business is doing promptly doing delivery and also prolonged services for the efficiency of the product in the society. And the third thing is quality assurance. So, business is also charitable if it is precise, more than the profitable orientation. If it is having a social concern, it is very great. And coming to the real conclusion, wealth is born blemish. Wealth is born blemish. Deprivation, crime, deterioration of lot of people reflects that blood and that shed trust that reflects in each and every wealth that we see. Even though we are not the causes for the problems, we are having the responsibility as supporters to the causes or at least mute spectators when these things are happening in the society. So we are also having our own participation in this phenomenon. So the Shastra they wrote about three things: multiplication, purification and consecration. Consecration of wealth that happens by gratitude and worship towards God, and purification of wealth happens by loyalty, honesty in business and charity, and purification of wealth it should be abundant by means of diligence. So worship makes consecration, honesty and charity makes purification, and multiplication of wealth comes from diligence, hard work, proper planning and execution. This is the nature. And what is the traditional wisdom going to guide you? What are the special benefits which you are going to get from us, which you cannot get from MA syllabus? That we are going to just enlist now. Number one, human beings that are having innumerable flaws. You know that we are a bundle of blunders. So there are innumerable flaws within us, in which we have to select few and how to rectify them and reinstate our own moral caliber as well as our efficacy or prudence in applying something useful to the society. Number one is, the first problem with this is over-expectation. We expect, always imagine things more and we get into disappointment and as well as disband. The second thing is blind fall. Without considering everything, somebody he asks a loan from me, 5 lakhs of loan to do the daughter's marriage. How you are going to repay it? We know that somehow I will pay. Don't worry, sir, somehow I will pay. See that I will even mortgage my head and I will pay. So it is a phrase of idiom, but really is it possible for somebody to mortgage their head and give you money? It is not possible. Unless you bring the head of somebody who set a big price like the Salman Rupee or etc. It is not easily possible. Likewise, blind fall without having proper planning. That is our second mistake. Imitation. Whenever we see somebody, immediately we want to become like them without understanding how troubles they have faced, how many troubles, how much they have faced and how they have encountered them, what are the special abilities and special providences that are available to them. Without minding everything, we are falling into the fallacious as well as fictional dreaming imitation with people. Fourth thing is diversion. We are not stable. Inter-diversion, internal diversion, and external diversion. The same money is used for a different type of business. That is intra-diversion. Internal diversion it is used for purchase of assets or something else. External diversion it is given as loan or something else. So this diversion has spoiled a lot of people and their lives. Fifth is speculating investment. We are investing in speculation where there is no surety at all. We know that something will come. That's what we told. If there is a big ball of iron falling on you, you will collapse. Even if the same ball is made of gold, you will collapse. So it is the nature. So even if something in the form of any profit, if it is big, we are benefited more. But if it is a loss, we will be totally put into turmoil. So speculative investment is also one type of problem. Apart from that, we are having credit crunch. We wholeheartedly give credit or we get credit without understanding whether he can repay or we can repay. Credit problem without minding the interest rate, ability, changing circumstances, minimization of expenses, economic methodologies against false ego and prestige in the society. Lot of people are spoiling their credit credibility in the society. Credit is a big boon given to the energetic people and it is a big whip given to the lazy and unorganized people. Just as a small fire is put up by the wind and a big fire is more made blazing. So that a small fire will be put up. And a blazing liquidity crunch, everything is purchased in the form of assets in the society. And also we are having substitutional ignorance. If it comes, I can keep it in the laptop. If it does not come, how I can manage? What is the other way of life? Surveillance technology? We don't know. We are not prepared. There is substitutional ignorance. Second thing is decision-making ignorance. Either it may be an advisory evil or self-destructive evil. We may take wrong steps or we may take wrong steps from others. So these things are the natural problems that exist. There are the 10 flaws of human intelligence by which they are ruled out from the framework of safety, from the framework of prosperity, by which they get into trouble by doing business. So to create a proper way of understanding, to create intuitive guidance, Vedas are preserving lot of methodologies in the society, number one. Apart from these 10 measures, there are foreseen, unforeseen things are there, like natural collapse. We cannot predict disease and disability. We cannot predict, and somebody cheats us, fraudulence and deception. We cannot predict it all. Geo-economic status, geopolitical status, and our mood variations. We cannot predict all these things. They are unforeseen. So, after the Shastra, they are giving intuitive guidance. What is intuitive guidance? It is a type of empowerment by which we can know things without external guidance at all. That is intuitive guidance. So, it should be assisted with number one, enthusiasm plus experience plus empowerment of ethical practices. So, this intuitive guidance comes from your enthusiasm, number one. The enthusiasm should be assisted with experience. Your experience should be assisted with ethical framework. This ethicism will transform that empowerment inside you by which you can understand various levels. There are 6 levels mentioned in the Shastras. Whether to halt or proceed, whether to limit or exceed, whether to give or restrict, whether to take or turn back, whether to entrust or distrust, whether to assess or apprehend. These 6 intuitions inside us that will make us prosperous live. That to halt, that to exceed and proceed. That you have to limit. So vanilla was cultivated in few places. Vanilla was in demand for a decade. Everybody, vanilla, even they vacated their houses and planted vanilla inside, taking the roots outside for excess need of money. So like fast food culture now, we are also having one more culture known as fast wealth culture. So they vacated all places, even they vacated graveyards and cultivated vanilla for more economy. So what happened? Overproduction, doesn't demand, everybody get into the hell of misfortune. So this is what happened to the society. So that to limit and exceed, that to halt and proceed, give or restrict, take or turn over, assess or apprehend, entrust or distrust. These 6 instincts are given by one, the intuitive guidance. It cannot be predicted by any trend management, business analysis, business intelligence studies, or any other Harvard professionals cannot do that. Only our system of practice can give that particular the society. That is our greatness. And coming to the real epilogue of this thing, we are in India and we are in recession. We are responsible for the recession. It is not somebody else. That's what I told in yesterday's seminars. I was attending a global economic meltdown seminar in which I delivered a keynote address that Rendrajan was also present, the economic advisor to the Prime Minister of India. If somebody at the top level are doing 10 mistakes, it is nothing but the magnificent boosting of mistakes of 10 millions of people who have selected them due to ignorance, negligence, or subservience. That is the real nature. So we are responsible for the recession. And especially now what we have to take, innumerable opportunities are there in the West African countries and developing countries where there are a lot of possibilities in Philippines, Morocco, etc. It is being explored now recently. And now you see in business ethics there is a problem known as advertisement. Unless something is advertised, the quality becomes doubtful. Once when I asked a person who was a pond GM, what will be the cost of the pond's content inside, he told he got a promise from me that it will not be revealed. Then he told that it was 60 rupees or something, he told that it is just 1 rupee 20 paise. That too, most of the price goes for the tea and not for the content inside. So, what is the cost? And somebody is advertising for crores and crores of rupees, what is the profit that they are gaining? And what is the rate of eating of the people seeing that their cosmetic beauty will be enhanced more by using that powder? How human fantasy has been exploited in advertisement. So, all the things that are with quality like ethics, principles of life, they don't have proper advertisement or reach in the society. Anything that is inferior, anything that is adverse to the social harmony in future, that is being advertised. You have to see that the same attraction, the same mass campaigning and reach for all of these principles, which should come in the society. Without transformation in the society, we can get only interim relief from the recession. If we want to get the real relief from the recession, we have to see that we are going to be transformed. The transformation is the collective reflection of So there are two things. One is the collective impact on the society, on the government, or on the economy. The distributive economy of the particular government on the people. Whenever you are doing small things, they are collected and represented on the economy. When the economy represents and distributes the same thing on you, it becomes a big burden. Like educating used to say, if you throw something as per your ability, according to your ability to elephant for a play, it can throw away a small ball. If the elephant can throw something on you, it can even pluck out a tree and fish can throw the same thing on you. So it is educating. Whatever, independently, individually, in infinitesimal standard, whatever we have done to the society, at the time of the distributive throw from the economy, we are facing a very big burden to the society. And you see, whenever you are doing business, there will be handedness between people, like-minded people, like dogs bark at each other. Like-minded people, they have more envy, more enmity, mutual suppression, lot of things are there. To remove all of those things, only the Chamber of Commerce has been made. What is the reason for making the Chamber of Commerce? There are 5 reasons. One is to understand the absolute common identity between all of you. You are all different. You may be against each other in the same business, but you are having a common identity. You have to realize that you are having a brotherhood and neighborhood in the same business. That is the first thing. And second, to understand how you can contribute for the national progress. Number 3, how to develop innovations by your mutual meetings. Number 4, how to share about knowledge and expressions and export them in the market. Number 5, how we can see and collaborate that the downtrodden members can be capacitated well by our richness, who can be served under the shadow of our development. So for understanding all of these things only it has been made. I hope, I wish and bless that this chamber and experience of knowledge and superficiality to their morale. And I certainly wish that this opportunity should germinate the already existing seeds of social consciousness inside each and every person. To see that it develops in such an environment where everybody is equally benefited, where everybody is equally happy. I wish and bless once again this organization to grow more with the mutual growth of each other as well as the collective growth of the considered society. Since morning, most of the listeners here have been exhausted. The speakers are not. By a torrential input of continuous array of various spectra of thoughts that have been thrusted on them. So, to give it a proper conclusion and also to ascertain a proper direction for the people, those who got the messages. We may not be clear how much we are having it in our memory. We may not be clear how much we are able to reproduce when it was integrated. We don't know how much we can reproduce in isolation by internal retrospection. How much we can write it back if we are given a writing paper. Or the quintessence of the message, whether or not the descriptions can be reproduced. All of these things are very much essential to know, and it is really a challenge to the participants of each and every knowledge session. It is not only connected with this knowledge session anywhere. What is the output? What is the transformation? What is the inner wavelength that has capacitated you? How much you hold? How much you change? Or how much you navigate? How much you influence? These are all the questions that are going to linger in each and every aspect's mind whenever they are subjected to such continuous turbulent charge of knowledge is coming from people. And I want to conclude as well as direct this a day of knowledge feast or knowledge stream or knowledge storm or whatever you call the name. I want to conclude by giving a lecture or a lesson on what do you mean by a lecture. So, given a lot of lectures in various topics, I want to conclude with this, the science of lectures, the oratory science, the science of productivity from knowledge gaining through various sources like reading sources, listening sources, then munching sources. Innumerable things are there. First is the initial spark of enthusiasm, this is your visited here. Second is the source of attention by which you are listening here. Third is absorption that you are keenly watching the person. Fourth thing is assimilation, just you are putting it inside whether you understand it or not. The fifth thing is remunching it, masticating it, disintegrating and reassembling of the thoughts to give it a proper shape. It is an exercise for the listeners also. So here consists of message. What is the message? Message is a spark which ignites you to go for an immediate step and also can give you a clear idea of what you have to do. Instead of just telling a lot of things that Tom has done this, Harry has done this, Thomas has done this, and it is not how we have to be because before 1,000 years. These things are the various supplemental things to create inspiration inside. Talking about the past is to think about the last that we have gained. Talking about the future is to instill the inspiration mechanism inside. Talking about the present is to instill the answer mechanism inside. So, think about the past and happy about the last. Think about the present and develop concern inside. Think about the future and create those dynamism to approach towards the pathway of success. So, everything is assembled towards an immediate requirement known as message. Message that gives you what you have to do, how you have to start, and what is your role in a big universal phenomenon. Whatever we talk is not out of, are we talking something connected with Shimoga's water problem, or drainage system, or muscular development? We are talking about something universal. If something is universal, then the participation of all global civilizations is always in. So it takes its own time, it takes its own massive communication because it is universal. So the participation should be also universal and the gadgets that are required they are also universal. And within a closed auditorium, there are two hands of people. What you are going to take is our personal role. This role is of three types. One is your physical role. If you consider only physical role, then you are very limited. You cannot even teach your neighbor, who may be your enemy. And consider your inner role of prayer and self-capacitation by means of a strong patriotism, altruism, or transcendentalism of divine pursuit of union, you can do more things. Third thing, if you are having really some sort of willpower by means of a knowledge manufacturing system inside you, which does not only hold like a dustbin or a refrigerator just to carry something, it develops processes inside. If it has an active processor of knowledge, whatever we are giving it in the form of lectures or CDs or booklets, then it gets inside that mere spark will vanish in that. It is a combustibility which makes even a small spark to be a very great explosive or at least an explorer to use it for cookery. So likewise, if the persons are already combustible inside, even a small spark of knowledge it will make it busy. There are three models in the society. One is the burst model, blow model, and slow model. The burst model of people require a small spark. Blow model of people require more brazen fire and association. Slow model of people you should take it as a lifetime mission and see them try it until they are transformed. So different modes of people are there in the society on the basis of which we have to think. Who can prepare themselves for this sacrificial noble cause and who can bring transformation to the society? Only an acharya can bring. Everything belongs to the cat family. In cat family there are hundreds of things. In the family of reptilia, starting from a lizard up to dinosaurs, beautiful things are there. Are they equally mighty? A teacher is also an acharya, a guru is also an acharya, but real acharya is like a mighty infant. He is like a tiger, whereas it is like a cat. Real teacher is like a cat. They belong to the same family of teaching, but the personality of acharya is very great. And there are two things. From the acharya, so many people might have got the benefit, and due to lack of suitability, so many people have evaded acharya. Even that could be a suitability with acharya. There are a lot of people following the acharya. There are a lot of people who are disfortunate. They are not able to understand, relish, access, approach, be intimate, close, share, prostrate before them and get that knowledge. It should have a greater fortune which was not done most of the people. So, getting a proper acharya, calling out the acharya, the mastery and compassionate mercy, the shower of mercy that they have upon us for our own benefit and well-being, that we have to utilize properly. What are the characteristics of acharya or what are the alchemic changes that a catalytic presence of acharya can do in your soul alchemy or soul chemistry that we have to understand? Number one, a very great acharya can relieve you from the sins which are hindering you to get knowledge. Not all sins, the preliminary sins which are hindering you to get knowledge. Number two, he can inculcate faith and enthusiasm in faith. Three, as he is going to shower his nectarine, he will make your container empty because empty containers are very much favorable. Somebody told, if I am going to give you milk, what makes the difference between an empty container and a container with water or something else? Both are going to be empty because you are going to get something new. So he will empty that container. Number four is his greatness. He will take personal responsibility on that we can create a deep internal scar. That is the greatness of the deepness. What is that deepness which we are going to produce now? It is the surrender or the spiritual zeal of the disciple and the same zeal of the master for the well-being of the disciple. So, unless there is a burning inside a disciple to learn, unless there is a burning inside a master to transform the person as a lifetime commitment, unconditional commitment for both of us, there won't be heat at all. If there is no radiation, if there is no resplendent brilliance and effulgence, the transformation or the mutual unison is a ideal expression. It is a momentary time passing. It is a type of spiritual recreation which has no permanent mark inside the soul for the development. So this is what they want now. This internal mark can be produced only by Acharya. It is a mutual exercise. Whenever you are going to see a wrestler's show or you are going to see a circus, it is not mutual exercise. You are a comfortable spectator and somebody is playing with the lion or tiger. But knowledge sharing is mutual exercise. I will give you few exercises. One is you have to make a thought diary inside your mind. Otherwise, a note diary by which you can note things extra. Internal diary is known as thought diary. That is known as note diary. You have to develop these things. And you have to do a questionnaire daily, early morning, and before going to sleep, you have to make your mind passive and write whatever you have had, your doubts, your obscurities, ambiguities, your background, everything you have to note down. That is a questionnaire. Secondly, for the same questions, you have to think about the answers in your real time. That is known as auto-suggestion. Why the world is like this? You ask a question, you practice it, you experience it if you believe, and experimenting if you don't, then you have it like that. So, you write a question, you will be surprised if you go on by this thought process. Within 3 days or 5 days, you will get the answer from yourself. That is known as auto-suggestion. You will get the answer from yourself. Then, wherever you go to lectures, you can get lot of transformations. You can enter into the speaker's path. You can equal with the speaker's path. You can eliminate the speaker's path if he is wrong. You can excel the speaker's path. These 4 E's are possible. Like triple E in engineering, there are 4 E's possible. In our own thought process or introspective process, that is known as elimination possibility, increase possibility, equality possibility, and excelling possibility. These type of prosperity that happens inside the mind makes it possible to develop all of these things. So this you have to develop inside the mind. And this development will give you 5 benefits. Spiritualism says that there are 5 benefits. If you have mutual exercise, it is not only the speaker's exercise, as a good listener, as a committed, really committed and dedicated listener, if you practice yourself, whenever you are hearing lectures, you can experience 5 benefits. One is everything, whatever you hear, will appear as if they have been heard and enjoyed earlier. Nothing will appear new. It will be ringing inside your mind as if you have heard it somewhere else, as if you know what you are stopping. That is the first experience. Lack of novelty and lack of something that is neogenesis. Just consuming everything as if it is already known. Second thing, instead of being gross up, instead of mind-boggling or brainstorming, it will be as delicious as a candy. That is the second benefit. Then the third benefit is, you will be getting a deeper bliss. Not only the peripheral bliss, but a deeper bliss. Fifth thing, you will get immediately transmission. So everything will appear to be known, and you can relish those things, and you can also understand things which have not been told. You can feel the bliss of knowledge instead of burden of knowledge. For people who can, for example, your hand is there. If your hand is proper in its structure, the skeletal, muscular, and nervous system, you can just very casually live like this. If you have a fracture, you will not feel it as a boon or bliss, just as a burden and pain you will feel. So you are having knowledge fracture inside. You are having knowledge activation inside. But once it is gradually removed by repetitive exercises of listening, hearing, repeating, self-processing, etc., then the same burden will appear to be a boon. The same pain will become a pressure. The same imprisonment or punishment will become nourishment. The same thing that you have been put into futility will become transcendentality and eternity. That is the greatness of repetitive exercises. You will get all of these benefits. And coming to the conclusion of today's speech, we should have concern about 3 things in this society. What is the use of knowledge to create a convergence? In various divergent factors to produce a convergence for the well-being of all of the people is known as real knowledge or mature knowledge. Likewise, there are 3 things. That which is before you, that which is behind you, that which is beyond you. That which is before you is the society. That which is behind the society activating its politics. That which is beyond everything is religion. You have to have proper convergence and triangular coordination of these three factors to get some development in the society. But there is a problem. Whenever you say about politics or society or religion, immediately what we get is wrong opinion. Oh, these things are very. It is just like trying to make a black cat or a black rat become white by means of just a milk powder or a soap. Those things are untreatable. Those things are irreplaceable. Those things are totally incompatible in nature. That is a common belief for all things. So they have wrong opinion, negligence, aversion or fear, or those who are interested, they are having only self-interest. There are self-interested politicians, religious people and social workers, not for public interest. That is the first problem in our business. And fortunately, we are in such a country where we can think and reform these things. If you are in Cuba, if you are in Georgia, if you are in Sudan, if you are in Iran, if you are in Korea, if you are in Myanmar, you cannot think of political events. You cannot talk about religion at all. You cannot talk about the society. There is a military rule, tyrant rule. That is the rule of the plutocracy, kleptocracy, and theocracy where you cannot interfere at all. So fortunately, we are born in India. We can think about not only India. It is a good platform to think and develop models for other religions and other communities of the world to create a universal model for global well-being. That is our problem in India. Third thing, whenever in politics, science or religion or society, we see only the hard side of it. Whenever you say politics, you see perversion. Whenever you see society, problems and poverty you see. Whenever you see religion, you see it as a power share, conflict and lack of beliefs. You are not seeing the real dimension. That is the problem of society. Whenever you go into politics, what we see is political game, political gimmicks, political gambling, political diplomacy, political drama and political conspiracy. That is what we are seeing now. And whenever you are going to the society, we are little bit confined to our relations, love, happiness, health, wealth, our way of learning and survival learning, everything is over. And whenever you are seeing a religion, we are confined to a small arena where we do rituals and we are expecting the rewards, reservations, some gathering together, food, tourism, merrymaking, singing, dancing. So mere basic exercises of this ritualism or religion, they are entertained. The real foundation of religion to use the power of God, the power of your own inner self for transforming the society and to bring economic prosperity, political stability, that is known as theodynamics, that has not been taught both in dynamic study of the science as well as the study of psychology, even in the study of religion. The theodynamic portion is not given. How to worship God, and you are bound to commit mistakes. How God will excuse you by your confessions. So there is a labor, there is worship, there is expectation, there is a divine pardon. So we are all bounded within mere justification and mere medical functionaries of the religion, not getting insight. So we have to already, we are making a planet today for NBIC convergence. Nanotechnology, biotechnology, infotechnology and biotechnology convergence is known as NBIC convergence. Like that we are going to make convergence known as the socio-religio-political convergence. SRP convergence like NBIC, really, that should be a workshop. And I think that India Century Mission can prepare a syllabus for that. How to make a convergence that everything can contribute to each other. How we have to converge? Very clearly I can say it in few words. Number one, you have to create a massive center for a social transformation. Only by a political will can be done. Can you function in all places? Can you function in all people? Can you function in all levels? The only machinery that can function in all places, in all levels, in all people is political machinery. So to create a political machinery, it is the first aim. In order to create a political machinery, you should have the social backup. So to create that, the second is first is political, second is social. By means of creating individuals and collective individuals, we have to practice something. How to make these collective individuals or significant individuals to practice themselves for great power, great might and prowess to get into religion. So proper religious base gives the foundation of individual setup. Proper individual setup creates collective individual setup. Collective individual setup creates social individual setup. In democracy, proper social setup brings really beneficial means of power sharing that everybody is cared. Otherwise, to handle the proper powers of democracy, there are three powers of democracy. One is enthronement, second is dethronement, third is rethronement. So, by utilizing a proper social setup and its dynamic output, we can enthrone anybody. If we are not proper, dethrone them and rethrone any person who are capable of doing it. These convergences can be brought only by that. But whenever they talk about a tradition, I want to say something in the arena. What is our institutional study? What do you mean by religion? We don't talk about any rituals which we are wearing, which we are worshipping, all of these things. We consider only the object of religion. One, to give the foundation of faith. Second, to give a foundation of strong faith in ethical moral. Third thing, strong capability to convert others. Fourth thing, if they try to destroy us, proper empowerment destroys them or keeps them at distance. So, in order to protect ourselves, in order to propagate our methodology, in order to eliminate the ethical measures in the society, we should have a religious power. This power is what we are calling for religion. Religion has a lot of powers to exclude people, to embrace in the ancient period. Not only mere Shimoga, ascetic people relate to Vedas. Also, the royal dynasty, they have been inculcated the Vedic wisdom. Partake of Vedic wisdom, not ritual making Vedic wisdom, archery, personal defense, collective defense, national defense, geographical defense, environmental defense, recruiting, military maintenance, military strategy, military technicality, military crisis control,